Okay, so here is my dramatic monologue told from the perspective of the head clerk of his office. It starts with him taking a trip to the therapist to discuss all that he's witnessed in the book. Um, Hello. I didn't want to come here. I mean, it's almost sad to have to be seeing a psychologist. However, I just haven't been the same since that dreadful boy tried to kill me. What happened, you ask? Well, I showed up to my office as I would on any other normal day, but upon arrival I found that one of our employees was not present. Normally, I would have just called to inquire as to the source of the problem, since most of our employees are loyal, hard-working people. But then I saw that it was that Samsa boy, who never seemed as enthusiastic or proud of his job as our other workers. I reviewed his performance record and found it to be less than satisfactory as well. This, of course, meant that I would have to pay him and his deadbeat family a visit. I mean, we have been kind enough to his family to loan them all of this money, and all we ask is that their son do a little work for us, and he can't even show up and do that? So anyway, I got there, and Herr Samsa let me in. They all seemed like nice enough people, but then I got up to his room, knocked and asked to be let in, but he refused me. I was shocked. The sheer audacity required to not allow the head clerk into your room when he is just trying to understand your problems and help you fix them. I then proceeded to tell them that boy about his poor sales records, and that we were considering the fact that we might have to let him go when I heard the most horrible noises coming from his room. The boy's parents were quite concerned at this point and assured me time and time again that this was quite out of character for him. Evidently, they didn't know him as well as I do. Still, I humored them and waited for the locksmith and doctor to arrive. His sister was crying by this time. Pathetic. His whole family just seemed to be begging him to come out. I, however, simply demanded that he exit the room this instant, and was, let's say, rewarded with the opening of the door only to find a repulsive giant insect staring me in the face. I backed away thinking the whole time that I must be dreaming. I was praying that I must be dreaming, and that I would wake up in my bed at home to the oh-so-familiar sound of my alarm clock telling me it was time to get ready for work. That's when the thing attacked me. It raced towards me with its mandibles flashing and hatred in its beady black eyes. Luckily, Herr Samsa stopped it and sent it back to the boys' room, as I made a beeline for the door. I'm assuming that the giant insect had already eaten the boy, and there was nothing we could do anyway. So what did I do then? Well, I went straight to the office and requested that the Samsa boy be fired. Even if he was still alive, I didn't want to deal with that family anymore. I didn't even have to tell them the horrific story. The boss was quite happy to oblige and be rid of the boy. We of course couldn't forgive the family's debt, since that would mean we would take an unfair loss. So, the boy's father got a job and they began renting out a room of their house. I was occasionally sent to check up on them and make sure they would follow through on the payments. It was through this that I learned that the boy had died, though not at all in the way I had expected. Apparently he was the insect, and he died after his sister told him that no one wanted him around. So, naturally, I expressed my condolences to the family and asked them for this month's payment. So, this is why I'm here talking to you. Am I crazy? People don't just turn into insects. Maybe it was all just a dream.